Ashtar Command, the Contact Era. Greetings from the Command. Our presence on Earth is not new, as you well know. History has been completely altered, especially regarding our presence. It's evident that they have chewed and swallowed hard on distorted, nonsensical, and baseless information, with a common excuse from the elites to you: we need to keep certain things secret for national security reasons. Thus, they dragged on unfounded discourses about the reality of life beyond Earth. Moreover, how has there been a leap in species evolution over the last 200,000 years? Clearly, they know that the missing link is nothing more than our direct intervention in the DNA of the human species on Earth. This will soon be revealed as time dissolves and you transition from a reality based on dates, past, present, and future, into an eternal now. This is something that the non-federated draconian and reptilian elites fear, because time is something they can still manipulate well, distorting many things through it. As you enter unity, thanks to significant increases in your consciousness levels, those who operate in the shadows lose their temporal dominance and the ability to go back and forth in time, modifying and interfering with events. This only happened due to permissions previously granted by the human consciousness level itself, which, grounded in a solid three-dimensionality, delayed and entrenched itself in a pattern of core survival, disconnected from the inner divinity, and ignorant of the obvious. They are not alone in their universe. Our participation in Earth's entire history is evident if you consider, at the very least, looking at the artifacts and monuments left behind, such as the pyramids, the Moai of Easter Island, Stonehenge in England, the Nazca Lines in the Sechura Desert in southern Peru. This is the minimum to observe. Anyone with a willingness to see that there is something beyond will find very solid and precise answers about us and our significant influence on the planet, and even more, your own participation, often from your multidimensionality. And about this multidimensionality we wish to deliver a message to Neva soon. While your history books were constructed to keep you prisoners of those who enslaved you, the hierarchies have worked to send divine signs for you to finally free yourselves. This is the time when Earth will return to what it truly is, without oppression and pain. We know there are still many resistant to our messages, but it could not be otherwise, considering they have spent eons in a harsh programming that kept them in a closed and suffocating belief that their universe is a lifeless void. Friends, imagining Earth as their universal center and the only form of intelligent life is very boring. When the moment is activated, and our presence can finally be announced, and all observe that during all this time you were never alone, it will be a mix of joy and frustration, for the time considered lost, but know that afterward, the joy of reunion with us will soothe all the hurt and anger that might initially seem present with those who kept you ignorant of cosmic reality. They, the elites, continue in their attempts to block your consciousness in its continuous expansion, creating confusion and false statements about what is really happening in the skies. They lie continuously and create narratives to divert your attention from what is truly happening. Do not lose focus on the questions and persistent inquiries. Ask, insist, make your strength and the power of the masses count against oppression. They have nowhere to run except to speak the truth. We have left numerous signs, such as crop circles, which have been our way of maintaining contact with you over the last decades, preparing you for more direct contact. The codes we leave activate in your subconscious a real memory of our existence and our kinship with you. There's an ongoing preparation for our arrival. As we've announced, not even 30% of our total fleet that is heading this way has arrived, and your scientific observers have already seen us traveling at the speed of light towards the solar system. Many of those within the seats of power in the world, who can no longer tolerate so many lies and having to pretend in front of cameras that everything is fine and there's nothing outside Earth, are slowly releasing information because they know it's the only way. There's great pressure behind the scenes for the truth to be revealed as soon as possible to avoid even bigger problems for them, the elites. The power of the people is increasing, as well as their consciousness level, and we will continue to show ourselves. There's a plan for us to show ourselves even more effectively in a central capital of the planet. We won't inform the day or the hour, obviously, but rest assured, you'll know it's us once you see it. The elites have known about our agenda since the mid-80s when our forces activated many of our channels on Earth, and we began our more direct transmissions. This agenda indicated exactly what is happening now, and they know what is to come. Why do you think they started building their bunkers decades ago? Why do you think they've created even more chaos in recent decades? Why do you think they've created even more distractions and used the advent of technology to keep you busy and with your heads down? All this to distract you from the obvious. The Galactic Command is present, we cannot oppose them, and the people of Earth will know what we've done, they think, the dominant elites. Friends of Earth, this is a special moment in your expansion, and we continue to request much love in your daily lives. We arrive at a time when celestial alignment will trigger changes on the surface. Not panicking is the key to everything harmonizing more quickly, and without physical damage. One cannot deny that your tectonic plates are overloaded, and that only good vibrations can contribute to their harmonization. We've already discussed this in our previous message on this subject. We are heading towards your solar system, and, as we approach en masse with our largest fleet, with our mothership 6 times the size of Jupiter, it cannot be denied that a huge object is causing certain changes in the magnetic fields of the solar system. We will talk about this in our next message. This is an official message from the Ashtar Command through Neva. Listen to the voice of the Ashtar Command, at this moment speaking through one of our bases in South America. Listen to our voice, dear family. Your doorsteps are being evacuated and purified, because the Creator has other plans for these environments. Meanwhile, the physical surface of the planet is the next target for major transformations. Yes, as we've said, there are still doubts in the esoteric communities, and still those who criticize and mock us, as we announce ourselves through our sources. To those who mock and criticize us, we have something to say. Nothing we say to you at this moment will be useful, considering you will choose the superficiality of what you consider existence. Moreover, choosing to remain as manipulated masses by those who have used you for so long is an inalienable right of each free-willed individual. We only wish that the love of the Creator blesses you, bringing you clarity that will be very useful to you at this moment, before it's too late. Adonai. Time and karma has quickened. All places and times phases merge together in a patchwork of emotions that cannot be explained away. Spontaneous eruptions of tears and fears come to the surface, as we walk forward into more heart-light infusions, disengaging from a past that is dissolving of and in its own right. As we entered 2025, a heavy dense sensation entered with us. We wept and mourned for things that had not even occurred. The biggest part of being human is feeling. It is all the senses wrapped around each other in a perfect cosmic dance of craziness. Feeling is what makes us human and vulnerable, and yet at the same time totally divine. We as human try to run and escape the feelings by whatever means is necessary. But like Wile E. Coyote, those feelings turn around and bit us in the butt. We should have figured it out by now, that we cannot escape emotions and feelings no matter how hard we try or how far we run. Like a shadow at high noon, past emotions are always in our face, and under our skin, pushing, prodding, making us cantankerous. Life is already demanding enough, asking more of us than we can handle. The effect is like a planetary Saturn return, and we all go to the cosmic principle. We all keep doing good deeds in thought and actions. We follow all the rules, playing accordingly. We accrue blessings left and right that seem to fall into a sinkhole, not to be seen or retrieved again. Karmic interruptions of life and others keep one on bended sore knees. What do we, as a planet, need to do to get the big bad storms of life to diminish and move away? Time is quickened, karma is quickened, and nerves are frayed and quickened. This new playing field of cosmic proportion keeps us hopping around like a one-legged chicken. We feel time running uncontrolled, as it demands more and more from our already exhausted humanness. Our list of things to do is getting longer and longer, no matter how fast we make haste. Emotions run amok, making a jumble of things. Our logical brain seems to stop as we ride our animal brain down trails we should not go. It is not that we are doing anything wrong, it is that we are trying to connect with what once was, and what should be. Like your smartphone dialing a 1950s landline, no matter how hard you try, there is no connection. There is not a wrong or right way, but there is a more efficient way to walk through these shifts. Hand over what is heavy in your life and heart to that which you once sprang from. Allow what is light of heart and soul to drive this section of the under construction cosmic highway for you. Vastness of being, deep changes. A conversation with the vastness of being. Through the months of November and December, my ability to create felt stagnant, like I was frozen in suspension. The vibe of the world has also felt this way, suspended, hanging in the balance, before the chaos creators take over and begin their messy, stumbling, noisy march into the darkness of their own demise, taking with them some of the structures that need to be released. I see, in the future, green shoots of new beginnings growing out of the ashes. But for now, I see those ones marching forward, dragging sledges of debris with them into the fire. It is a symbolic vision. Some of what they throw into the fire will be impervious to its flame and heat. We are being called to release attachments to beliefs we've held closely, because all will be changed, challenged and exposed. We came here, to be here in this time, to witness and release the untruth, and to one day rise up in the renewal, rebirth, and reconstruction. We are in the pause before the storm, getting ready to release that which is not in true heart alignment. Each person is facing this on a deeply intimate level of their being. I see a woman standing on a hill in the wind. The mighty wind is whipping her dress and hair, and blowing dark elements off of her. Dark splotches are being carried away on the wind, turning into wisps of black smoke, and dissipating. Allow this to be. Observe what you are attaching your thoughts to. Observe what you want to hold on to and see if you can release your hold and just be in the stillness of non-attachment. Watching the drama unfold, standing in your stillness, connected to earth, to your path of light. Civilizations have come and gone. Ruins of once great cities are scattered over the earth and buried within her. Release your identity for a moment and stand within the wind, allow it to blow through you. Allow it to blow away words and thoughts that cling to what is passing away, what is collapsing. Notice what you feel within your being. Do you sense the eternal truth of your soul? That sparkling essence of you that is immortal, that has seen so much more than you have remembered. Colors you have never seen. The sky is turning pink, the sun is coming back, a new dawn arises within your being. I cannot sleep. Why so much trouble sleeping lately? Fires in Los Angeles, utter devastation. You are in the ascension. It is upon you. Deep changes within are occurring. The changes are inner and outer. This is miraculous. It is a time like no other. Self-care is important for you to maintain your center. Going through your daily life from that place of stillness is important for you to maintain equilibrium. Poised on the tip of a pin, the wind rises up whipping around. Wind could knock you off, blow you away, but you are aware within the swirling of your soul self fully embodied within you, and this awareness helps you to anchor, to be stabilized within the blowing currents of swift changes. Your ancient, timeless soul has experienced so much more than you may realize at present. The wisdom within your soul is available to you energetically at any moment you wish to receive it, to look in the direction your inner knowing is pointing you to. Blocks of information settle in, landing within your being, without words. It is a frequency of energy carrying wisdom, memories of ancient times, and of the intergalactic experiences of your soul. Open to the vastness of your being. There is a singular moment in time where forces of knowing will meet on a battlefield of ideas, a clashing of intellects will shatter and fall like shards of a mirror, scattered on a field of vision that will tilt sideways and flip into a new reality. The natural world, the beautiful earth will pulsate and breathe freedom and joy into all of life. You are invited to participate in this unfolding. Unexpected, unfathomable changes upon you. What did we decide when we got here on Earth? We knew it could go in many probable directions. The path of humanity on Earth, the path of Earth's evolution itself, holds many choice points. Short-sighted choices have been made by many. Others sink in despair and hopelessness, and yet there are other choices. Some are seeing with long vision, above and beyond the tumult and the density of beliefs, to a horizon of possibility, of mystery, and blossoming creativity, where humanity chooses to rise into unity and consciously create a thriving, joyful being. This, too, is available to you. Heightened telepathic communication will catapult you into joyful creation and expansion, which takes you above and beyond the current story being told through a limited lens that ignores the gifts humanity holds but has not yet fully grown into. In years past, those who cultivated these gifts were punished and held in suspicion. The time is at hand for the gifts of intuitive clarity to be awakened within all human beings. Some will cultivate and expand these gifts, others will fear and cower in the radiance that will be bestowed upon them. Bask in the radiance, allow it to fill your being, and you will be lifted into greater awareness and an abundance of creative ecstasy, which is the birthright of every human being. We offer this bigger picture, this broader view for you to contemplate on, to help you to rise above the chaos and move forward into enlightenment, deep love and revelation of your true nature. Blessings. Lila and the vastness of being. Humanity is being liberated. You have dedicated yourself to conscious growth, healing, and transformation, having faced many fears and navigated through the darkest of nights. You have worked on clearing past traumas and taking responsibility for your newfound reality. Star seeds are helping many others begin their own ascension process. The 3D aspect of the planet is currently experiencing an escalation in higher levels of dysfunction, leadership dramas, and global crisis. It can feel like people's worlds are falling apart, which is why starseeds are here. The planetary purpose is to evolve, grow, and assist those undergoing the ascension process. Many people are unaware of ascension occurring on this planet. It's about trusting the unseen forces in this planetary process even while others remain asleep and in the dark. Ascending souls can now see that they have been guided lovingly through their profound ascension, making the arduous journey worth it. Your trust has allowed you to rise above perceived troubles, knowing that everything is taken care of. Most importantly, you recognize that humanity is finally being liberated. A profound spiritual evolution is currently unfolding for humanity. We are rediscovering our inherent unity with all life, and realizing that the universe is infinitely loving. As our awareness expands, and we remember these truths, we may also grapple with feelings of loneliness and being lost. Even light workers who play an active role in the evolution of consciousness experience these emotions, and possibly intensely. However, know that this phase is temporary and will pass. Anchoring the self in the present moment allows for peace and bliss in every breath, allowing love to fill the being until it overflows with positivity. You came here to channel divine love, eliminating distractions that hinders from experiencing birthright joy and bliss. Nothing is more important than connecting to the universal force of unconditional love. You have been shedding these distractions and corruption to fully embrace this love. You don't have to make it complicated, and you don't have to wait for outside rescue. Your purpose is to embody love in every possible moment, and, by doing so, you replenish the soul and revolutionize our world. Humanity is currently undergoing an evolution that may be hidden, but is undeniably evident. This evolution involves completing our inner healing process by releasing old traumas and judgments from this and past lives. The aim is to become unlimited and unconditionally loving. You personally are evolving by working through your own past pain and healing deep-seated traumas and judgments that have blocked true self-expression. The key to your healing process is in understanding that you came to this life to overcome experiences that severely limited your progress, for you to eventually become completely unlimited. You were meant to embrace self-responsibility, power, and unconditional love, to attain infinite freedom. Freeing the self from limitations to experience the opposite at the deepest level of your soul. The world is going through radical and significant changes right now, and it can be challenging to keep up with the revelations that keep unfolding. These upcoming disclosures may feel surreal to many, and in many ways, even those who consider themselves awakened to the truths of the world will witness new revelations, revealing much more that was previously unknown. The Earth is on the brink of transformational shifts that may bring discomfort to many still sleeping and impact the world at large. Whistleblowers are emerging with vital truths that can no longer be hidden or suppressed. The process of disclosure is rapidly accelerating, propelled by the energies of the expanding universe. These universal energies, represented by the number 9 in 2025, will activate many endings and disclosures. The higher frequencies will illuminate what aspects of our world need to come to a conclusion. The ascending will soon confront the dualistic nature of our planet, where choices will have profound implications. The embodiment of ascension highlights the importance of aligning with the world we genuinely want to create, as we cannot coexist in conflicting realities. The Earth is surfacing long-hidden and disturbing truths, shedding light on what has been concealed for so long. These evolutionary shifts are inevitable on ascending planet, urging us to face uncomfortable truths and choose the path forward thoughtfully and consciously. Embracing these changes leads to a more enlightened and harmonious world for all. The universal energies represented by the number 9 signify endings, closures, disclosures, and completion of cycles. It symbolizes a time of endings and conclusions, making way for new beginnings and transformations. The energy of number 9 encourages letting go of the old to create space for new opportunities and growth. It signals a time for wrapping up unfinished business, releasing what no longer serves, and preparing for the next phase of our journey. You are rescuing yourself from human conditioning, breaking free from the systematic patterns that belittle self and others through unworthiness. Overcoming trauma requires acceptance, letting go of blame, and focusing on self-healing. Although integration is not always easy, it sets us free and catalyzes self-awareness and entry into higher spiritual timelines and higher conscious dimensions. Accepting and acknowledging the purpose behind the cruelty of others can be paralyzing. However, true acceptance involves compassionate recognition that we are here to overcome and embody unlimited, unconditional love. Through our healed pain, we help each other on this journey. Healing inner pain involves ending the struggle over how others should be, and surrendering control. It is through the surrender and loss that freedom, peace, and the fulfillment of dreams are manifested. Earth's ascension is currently intensifying. Massive waves of light and solar flare explosions are reaching our planet, catalyzing a collective evolutionary leap of greater magnitude and positivity. This process will lead to a mass awakening, as many more now prepare to remove human conditioning and return to the original template of true self/love. You are transcending the limits of what you once thought possible, and you are not alone. Universal guidance and protection are always available in this higher frequency of energy on the new Earth. Together with ascending souls, our collective spiritual movement is profoundly changing life on Earth. The integration of metaphysical knowledge into human experience is radically improving the human condition for all. This ongoing evolution is part of our natural progression, an extraordinary leap forward in consciousness. Every human is called to evolve in this way at this time, often referred to as ascension or shift. It signifies a transition to a higher level of consciousness and spiritual growth. As more people awaken, they help humanity as a whole. By bringing your own life-changing unconditional love to this earth, you are assisting in the revival of an entire species that has forgotten its true essence. You possess immense power. Star seed souls are energetically interconnected, so when one returns to love, it energetically inspires others to do the same. Star seeds all originate from the same collective oneness, and, as you awaken spiritually, your perception expands, and you realize the interconnectedness that exists among us. You are growing and expanding metaphysically. As you consciously ascend higher, you have the power to shape your experiences through your internal state. Returning to love is the key to experiencing elevated moments, and it begins with shedding the past human conditioning. This process takes time and effort, as all ascending souls strive for this complete transformation into true self-awareness and expression. The ultimate goal is to bring heaven to earth and experience it firsthand in this lifetime. Ascension leads to a higher state of living, where 5D conscious awareness becomes your only preferred reality. As you progress and make your way forward on your ascension journey, you are returning to love, your natural state of being. Ascension expands your awareness, enabling you to perceive life through the lens of unconditional love. In this process, you are elevating the human experience. Fulfilling this purpose is what you came here to accomplish. In loving and devoted service by Ascension Lightworkers Source or aofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.